Woman adopts elderly dog from shelter and finds out it's actually her lost childhood puppy. Lies! She totally just forgot to pick it up from doggy daycare. No, but that's honestly really, really sweet. I can only imagine though, just the sad life the dog must have had all this time. Oh, no, wait, this has made me smile, not made me cry. Tears? No, you get back in there. Get back in there. Found this little boy outside my apartment 3 years ago, half starved to death. Let him in, fed him a half-eaten can of tuna in the fridge, and he immediately crawled onto my bed and slept like he hadn't slept in days. 3 years later, I'm so glad I have him. I read this as if they were talking about a little boy as in a child, and this came across as far more horrifying.
But no, it's just a little fur baby looking at me so snug and sleeping with the furriness.
This Turkish bride and groom chose their wedding banquet to serve food to 4,000 Syrian refugees instead of throwing a lavish reception party for the guests. See, that's how you be generous and dapper at the same time. That's seriously an amazing feat though. Anyway, congrats to this couple for guilt-tripping every future wedding out there. I won't feel guilt-tripped though. I won't even ever get married. Bats locate their food using sound. Tell me why!
Ain't nothing
Found you.
Oh, no!
This makes me so happy. Ellie Goldstein, an 18-year-old model with Down syndrome starring in a Gucci beauty campaign in Vogue Italia. This is the type of inclusion the industry needs. Hopefully more brands will follow in the same direction. Yeah, I like this. I look forward to a society in the future where we understand that beauty isn't necessarily about whether or not you'll bang someone, but just whether or not someone has attractive qualities. Like not every model needs to be some big busty, curvy, sexy, big muscly man, lady thing, you know, I don't know, I feel like sometimes beauty becomes more of a fetish for people than just general beauty. As the child's bicycle brakes were not working, he crashes into the man's car, and instead of yelling at him, the man buys a new bike for him in Turkey. Oh, the boy's genuinely crying, oh mate. I love the friend in the back there.
Yeah, mate, do it. Show your feelings. Yeah, express yourself, bro. Yeah.
Meanwhile, in an alternate universe, you see this bike? Yeah. It could have been yours. What?
But you left a dent on my car, didn't ya?
Yeah, but I'm sorry.
Shh, no, it's okay. Look, you left a dent on my car, so now I leave a dent on your mental health, okay? I'm gonna throw this off a cliff.
My dad loved his birthday cake. I'd give anything for that smile. And who can blame him? That's half of me in that thing. 8-year-old boy beats stage 4 brain cancer at Tennessee hospital. Dude, give me your superpowers, please. Fun fact, my cat and I are both blind, so we accidentally run into each other sometimes, but because I'm much louder than he is, when we get close to each other, he chirps to warn me he's there. Oh!
Thank you for sharing this as beautiful solidarity.
Our cat Larry was adopted 3 months ago and sometimes has a hard time fitting in with his new brothers. He was never allowed to explore his backyard in the past, so his hunting skills are a bit new. Yesterday, he brought the family his first catch. It was a leaf, and we were all very proud. Okay, yep, alright, that's by far the cutest thing I've ever seen.
Did I do right, guys?
Yeah, well, you caught something, yes.
You didn't catch anything.
Hey, leave him alone. It worked! It worked! My son screamed with joy from his room. I'm teaching him to code Python and left him alone to solve a problem. Me, son, that feeling you had never goes away for as long as you code. This is why programmers love to code. Update, he's now yelling, "It's not working now! This makes no sense!" Me, son, this feeling also never goes away for as long as you code. Man, I used to work with a crackhead. My boss hired him after finding him dumpster diving. So, long story short, he would do all the stuff no one else wanted to do. Anyway, one day he was dusting off the ceiling fans and fell off this full-size stepladder, landed on the concrete floor, and got up like nothing happened and continued dusting the fans. Other interesting notes about this guy, he would cut the toes out of old shoes and use them as slides. He one time ate a grilled chicken sandwich that had been sitting out at least 48 hours. He had an LLC set up by my boss so he didn't have to pay taxes. Cool guy, honestly. After a while, we hadn't seen him in a few months, and it turned out he'd gotten sober, was working at a Goodwill, and had started going to school again. Anyways, shout out to my dude Ridley.
Dogs are welcome in this hotel. We never had a dog that smoked in bed and set fire to the blankets. We never had a dog that stole our towels and played the TV too loud, or had a noisy fight with his traveling companion. We never had a dog that got drunk and broke up the furniture. So, if your dog can vouch for you, you're welcome too.
Oh, ouch. Oh, what an insult to literally all of humanity. My mum worked hard today. She deserves a
Microwaved hot dog.
You earned it, Mom. I like this kid's priorities. Sebastian has this phobia, I guess you would call it, of eating alone. He won't eat unless someone is in the same room eating as him. I don't know why, and we've taken him to the vet to see if it's a stomach problem on why he wasn't eating until we started to notice a pattern. Only when you're in the room eating will he start to chow down on his food. So we put his bowl on his side of the table, and he eats breakfast, lunch, and dinner with us. He'll wait till you're seated and eating to start on his meal. It's really sweet, though we still have no idea why he does it.
What is the cutest thing ever? Oh my god.
He got drunk and emailed his teacher. His teacher actually responded. Oh no. But wait, we're on Mademesmile. Oh, it won't be terrifying at all. I hope.
Mr. Martin, just letting you know that you're a mother flippin' G. I'm sorry that you're bald.
If you want, I can hook you, go with a girl who can keep your hair back and keep you banging. Also, I just needed to ask you for an extension on my paper. I'm really fricked right now. I'll be sick as hell tomorrow. Hey, keep slaying, boy. And I forgot to do school if again. I love you. See you Monday. Get freaking yard, yeah, this guy. Patrick, sounds like you had a great night. I will extend your paper deadline to Wednesday at 11:59 p.m. It must be submitted to turnitin.com. Please refer to my syllabus for information on how to submit your paper. I appreciate your concern for my bald head. My wife likes it, and I don't get paid enough to get hair implants. On a side note, what were you drinking last night? Next time you email me, I'd like a bottle of whatever you had so I don't have to remember what you said. Good yard, Mr. Martin. Hey, someone needs to tell Mark Ruffalo that he's famous. He doesn't need to be taking photos so close to celebrities when he is already one as well.
Oh my god, that's Paul Rudd. Wow.
Just another reason why he is my favorite Marvel superhero. He's my favorite because him and Tom Holland keep leaking everything. It's just so handy. Thank you, sir. Not sure if it belongs here, but I'm 16 and have always wanted to be a florist and love making bouquets. My store manager at the grocery store I work at promoted me to the floral department. Here is my first bouquet. Not the best or fancy, but I did it and it makes me smile. Man, flowers are so pretty. I know that's a very obvious statement, but damn, they're pretty. Anyone else feel like flowers or just bouquet making in general is a niche that they could easily tap into because they can see how interesting and fun it would be, but also just can't be bothered to do it? No, just me, okay. This Florida State footballer, Travis Rudolph, spotted this little boy sitting alone during a visit with the team to a middle school. He went over on his own to sit with the boy. When his mother found out, she wrote a tear-jerking thank you letter. This little fella is autistic and doesn't have many friends, so it made his day. I saw a snippet about this on ESPN and have seen nothing about it on Facebook. Let's all make more of an effort to spread positive things like this. Look, I can try, but honestly, where am I going to find the time to do that and spread misinformation about vaccines to my elderly friends? I mean, my hands are full! Elijah Wood snapping a snazzy photo of a lovely license plate.
For Frodo! That's my car. You have made my day, kind sir.
It's yours! Amazing! I'd passed you once before and nearly followed you. Haha.
Nearly. Haha.
Okay, Elijah, that's enough.
Oh, come on. We only rate dogs.
This is just a little froggo enjoying their walk in the rain. Sorry to bother you, sweetie.
Still 14 out of 10.
The dog's face just clearly says,
I have no idea what's going on, but I'm so glad my owner is happy.
Oh, this is really sweet, but according to science, they would all literally be obliterating each other right now with their gravitational pull. Just found out the dude who invented goldfish crackers made them in the shape of a fish because his wife was a Pisces and he wanted to make something for her. Love is stored in the goldfish cracker! Wii Sports Resort. When we first got a Wii, we made an avatar me for each member of our extended family. My dad died soon after, age 86. Our daughters will be cycling along in the game, and then I'll hear, "There's Granddad!" as he'll have popped up by the side of the road waving. Granddad's me is often on their Wii basketball team and is awesome, apparently.
You're still kicking it in the afterlife. Slam dunk!
Autism be damned, my boy can work a grill. Oh, he's just smiling everywhere too, my goodness. Please teach me how to food cook good. Mine only tastes good when I lather it in a bunch of sauce. It's just... tastes bland and terrible otherwise. A good friend, Danny, showing off her beautiful hair growth after experiencing 6+ years of alopecia. I know she's been waiting for a while to see her beautiful brown curls, and they're on their way. For context, alopecia occurs when the immune system attacks hair follicles and may be brought on by severe stress. But look at that comeback so far. Good on ya, lovely lady. Video chatting with my uncle and his new husband due to corona. Took him 60 years to come out. I don't know which one it is specifically, but either way, I can only imagine how hard it would have been for these people in their generation to do such a thing. Proud of you, boys. Hope you have a lovely life together. Steve Irwin's daughter, Bindi, yay! And her husband, Chandler, are expecting a baby girl. This whole family is just so wholesome. Wait, Bindi's having a child now? Oh my... How old am I? Oh wait, I see. No, that's me in the middle. I'm the 100-year-old tortoise.
Enjoying some nice pink flowers.
Women belong in all places where decisions are being made. In other words, seriously though, what an amazing milestone to accomplish. Like, this woman will be a backbone of our society for years and years to come. Update, week 2 of letting my first graders pick my makeup look. Oh no. Oh, what the? That's fine! That's pretty! No, first graders aren't that good at matching colors. How dare you are lying! Lies! No, I'm not uncomfortable with the fact that clearly first graders these days are better at matching colors with color schemes and palettes than I am at 26 years old. You are crazy! Men of Reddit. So, Reddit. What makes you feel manly? Carrying my sister's kids, 2 nephews and a niece, around. They always ask me to pick them up whenever I see them. So I started lifting weights a couple of years ago just so that I could continue doing it as they got bigger. It worked out as I intended. I got a lot stronger, and now the boys are 9 years old and I can still carry one of them under each arm. They love it, since their mother can't pick them up anymore, and their happiness makes me feel good too.
Oh bruh, that's a swole heart.
Wholesome.
You mean swolesome.
During the filming of Matilda, Danny DeVito and Rhea Perlman, Matilda's parents, took Mara Wilson, Matilda, on fun outings to help her cope with her mother's battle with cancer. DeVito also ensured that her mother saw the film months before its release, before she died. Yeah, despite the character that Danny DeVito plays in Sunny in Philadelphia, he's actually a really genuinely nice and sweet guy. I always like to think of Matilda as the G-rated Carrie. Love thy neighbor, thy homeless neighbor, thy gay neighbor, thy Muslim neighbor, thy black neighbor, thy immigrant neighbor, the Jew...
No exceptions!
Okay, you don't need to be so aggressive. Seriously, I know it's being clearly welcoming of all here, but the way it says no exceptions up the side there, it feels like I'm not allowed to go in. Like, instead of them just standing there waving at the door to welcome me in, they're literally coming off onto the street, grabbing me by the arm and just pulling me in like, come on, you're welcome, get in here. I don't want to go to church.
It's fun, you'll enjoy it.
In 2017, a dog named Odin refused to leave his flock of goats behind during the California Tubbs fire as his owners fled to safety. Days later, the owners came back to their property to find Odin survived. He had managed to keep all the goats alive, as well as some small deer that had joined the flock. Don't get what's so incredible about this, it's just a god being a god, whatever. Still suffering from extreme anxiety and agoraphobia, but I went outside for the first time in years. Still trying to make friends though. For context, agoraphobia is basically the fear of places that might cause stress or panic. Basically big crowds, awkward situations, and Boxing Day sales. But hey, well done, and good on you for actually posting your progress like this. I find that always motivates people to keep trying.
Because now we're all watching you, so you better keep doing it. Otherwise we will all be sad, and it will be all your fault, because we're sad now.
Anyway, have fun with yourself. Keep trying. You're doing great. My wife's nausea settled down after 4 weeks in pregnancy, and she finally started smiling, so we decided to take pictures with my dog. Hope you guys enjoy. Oh, that's really cute. Oh, the dog's just like, am I allowed to approach you now? Will you not get angry at me for coming to say hello? Seriously though, people who don't actually know what goes on during pregnancy, look it up, research it. It's honestly horrifying. Like, I am all for just encouraging my partner to adopt, eh? It's like years of torture. But you get a little Satan out of it, so I guess that's good. Rats can be taught to play hide and seek, and they squeal with joy when they win, scientists have found. Well, here's me being further uncomfortable with the idea of animal testing. Ruth Bader Ginsburg amongst her all-male peer group at law school. Rest in power, RBG. You have left a beautiful legacy behind. Truly a formidable force to be reckoned with. Oh wow, I can only imagine what she went through that entire time. Looking forward to her biopic in 5 years' time. Hello, I'm a white atheist woman, but I strongly believe that everyone has the right to practice their religion in a safe place, no matter what their religion is. I'm sorry for any negativity you may have experienced because of ignorant fear-mongering. Where there's hate, there is a greater amount of love, and you are loved. I know $20 isn't much, but I hope it helps with something. P.S. I'm sorry if this is incorrect, but I wanted to try. Meant to say best wishes in Arabic. Okay, it's a heartfelt gesture, but why? What was happening? Were they being bullied and harassed by people or something? What, are they a homeless person? How do they have a working smartphone with such high quality camera? This is giving me more questions than answers! Just want to apologize to any neighbors that are missing a rack of ribs. Our dog escaped and came back an hour later with this. Bold of you to assume it isn't a fresh kill. On a separate note, police are still searching for the missing child. She ate pumpkin seeds, pooped them out, and they started growing. Here she is sitting next to her work.
I did it for you, mama.
Oh geez, vertical post, here we go. Does anyone remember this legend? The greatest Walmart employee, Shane.
Let us take a stroll through history, shall we?
Shane, quit offering extended warranties on the fried chicken. Management. Shane, stop putting some assembly required stickers on the 8-piece chickens. Shane, any free samples you offer must come from the deli department, not electronics. Management. Shane, stop asking is that your final answer and offering to let them phone a friend after each order. Management. Shane, stop putting stoner-approved seals on the fried chicken. Management. Shane, when a customer asks where to find a product, give them an aisle number, not directions to Albertsons. Management. Shane, quit putting price tags on the deli equipment and trying to sell them to customers. Management. Shane, stop putting out samples labeled as mystery meats. Management. Shane, stop implying Walmart keeps the good stuff in the back. Management. Shane, I don't know what swinecraft is, but ham cannot be sold as a building material. Management. Shane, the deli is not an appropriate setting to practice your ventriloquism. Stop making puppets out of the paper bags. Management. Shane, stop putting on multiple name tags and pretending to have a personality disorder. Management. Big sister holding little sister for the first time. Oh, jeez, you are ugly compared to me. You won't be stealing any of my future boyfriends. Our little girl recently started smiling, and it has really helped pull me out of the funk I've been in. You've got this. I'm sober for 5 years. I have a job as a certified chemical laboratory assistant and my own apartment. I'm over my ex now, and this was the first summer in years without depression and panic attacks. I love myself, and this is my honest smile. Okay, I'm gonna say something. It's gonna sound weird and stupid, but I don't care. Those are some aesthetic lips. I have this huge ex-military biker guy neighbor who is like 80% handlebar mustache and has a ponytail halfway to his butt. And him and all his huge biker guy friends all have tiny dogs and special motorcycle-safe seats for them on their bikes. And my favorite thing is when they all come roaring in on their bikes and take their tiny dogs out of their little studded leather safety carriers. There is this loud cacophony of kissy sounds and full-blown baby voices like, "Where's that fun, sweetie?" and "Who's my handsome boy?" Is this like a gang of Hagrids? I work at a small family-owned Italian restaurant, and my boss lets me study when we're slow, so he brought me a small pizza and said, "Snack while you study." I worked a 12-hour shift today, and he fed me 3 times and made me a sandwich to take home.
He's an angel walking among us.
Oh wow, treating an employee like a human being. Huh, that's wrong. That's wrong. Stop trying to break the norm. My 87-year-old grandfather recently got a Facebook, and this is the first thing he sends me.
Hey, Courtney, just to let you know that you are not the only one in the family with graphic art talents.
I, for one, have turned the number 8 into a duck with a hat. What's your next move, huh? What you got?
Whenever I make tea for me and my mom, she every time picks up the one cup which accidentally has a little less tea in it, and it's a kind of love you can't express in words. One of my favorite secrets, well, not so secret anymore, joys about my apartment is watching people bring their dogs to the tennis court next door to free run within the fence, but comment, "Oh no, we forgot a ball." Well, guess who bought a bunch of old tennis balls for that purpose? I throw them from my upper floor apartment window so they go over the fence, land in the center of the court, and then bounce really high so there is no mistake that someone just now threw them. Then I hide in the window and watch. The people say the tennis ball came from heaven. They say it was materialized from thin air. They can't figure it out. The dog and people have a great time and play and then go home. Just before they leave, the owner looks around and up at the sky in wonder. Usually, the pupper gets to take home their present from the sky like a trophy. No one is the wiser. It is the best. I'm just thinking about the time they sent me, a 7-year-old autistic patient, to investigate if he was suffering abuse because in every psychological test, he kept drawing awful monsters. And I start the consultation already miserable as heck, and I give the kid some pen and paper so I can maybe communicate and see what's on his mind. And then I go, "Wait a goddamn second, I know those monsters!" Turns out the kid just had a very special interest in Five Nights at Freddy's. I pointed at the monster and went, "That's Freddy!" And I've never seen a kid that ecstatic in my life. The mum looked at me as if her son and I belonged at the same satanic cult, and that's why I knew the names of the demons in his head. I wrote back to the psychologist like, "I'm not sure how to explain this, but looking up Five Nights at Freddy's might bring you progress with this patient." At some point, the nurses realized the autistic children and I were like really vibing. So they decided to high-key just appoint all of them to my day. And it took me almost a month to realize that the fact that I kept arriving and finding that all of today's appointment were autistic children was not a coincidence. Anyway, this one time there was a kid who was really into Christianity, but it was like specifically angels. So I'm trying to start up a conversation with him, and I ask what he's reading, and he goes, "Do you know what a Nephilim is?" And like for one hellish second, my soul is sucker punched out of my body and thrown straight into a supernatural fanfic on Wattpad hell. And then I reassume control upon my flesh prison, ignoring the mental edits of Dean and Castiel making out, and and go, "Aren't those the guys who are half human and half angel?" And the kid was so freaking happy, but the mum was staring at me like, "Why are you privy to this bit of occult Jesus lore?" And my heathen lesbian of a self just looks at her and goes,
I love Biblia.
This is my first vacation being sober in almost 5 years, and my sister and nephew came up from Georgia for the week. I haven't been this happy in a very long time. Oh yeah, being in Australia, I kind of forget that a lot of Americans are still dealing with the fact that COVID's everywhere. Nice to see some of you are finding happiness when you can. A high school junior stayed on Zoom after my final class today. He said he just wanted to do a vibe check on his teachers. Like, you're all checking in on us, but who's checking in on you? Cute Pam gif. My heart. 14 months and 115 pounds later, she's happy now, and it makes me smile every day. Hell yes, girl! Love the progress, you are looking amazing. Bug class reunion. I became a moth. Dang! I became a butterfly. Dang! What about you, worm? I accepted myself for who I am. Dang! My 89-year-old grandmother has dementia. I brought my baby Yoda along for a visit, and she instantly fell in love with it. Now it's hers, and she named it Ladybug. Today is the day this little lady becomes my daughter. Happy Adoption Day! Best Christmas present ever! Though I'd say, honestly, that's gonna leave a lot of hair around the place. And let's not even get started with the dog. Social media has some great gems of holiday advice. Praising social media in a good way, that feels weird. My younger brother is trans. My parents have been horrendous about dead naming and misgendering him. At Thanksgiving, I used an air horn to correct them. I fixed a 2 to 3 year long problem in 2 seconds. 10 out of 10 would recommend this training method. Absolute genius. It's like a perfect blend of being violently disruptive while not being physically violently disruptive. What this really exposes to is the fact that clearly the parents could gender and name their child properly, they were just choosing not to. What am I doing? This has made me smile, not made me sad and depressing about reality. Next image. Growing up, I didn't realize how poor we were. My parents were amazing at providing for us. We loved watching baseball games, and I wanted to go to a game so bad. We could never afford it. To make up for it, while we were at school, my mum made up tickets to that night's game and money for us to spend. When we got home, she had set up chairs in front of the TV and numbered them, gave us the tickets and money, and told us to go clean up before the game. Come game time, we lined up at the doorway. My dad took our tickets and told us how to get to our seats. After the game started, my parents went to the kitchen and had a tray of hot dogs, candy, and soda. Hot dogs! Get your hot dogs! We got out the money my mum made and bought whatever snacks we wanted. Best baseball game I've ever been to. When I was 13, my mother purposely burnt a blue teddy bear I had to teach me a lesson. For the past 10 years, it haunted me. My girlfriend surprised me with this bear as a pure gesture of kindness. Now, I am a 23-year-old male with a teddy bear and have no shame. I am so grateful for my girlfriend. Oh, so your mother mutilated your childhood friend. That's... is that a lesson somewhere there?
I'm just too big. You guys will look really small in the photo with me.
Let's try another way.
Hooray!
I knew those weekend photography classes were useful for something.
Almost 6 years ago, before my dad passed, he gave my sister this $10 bill to give to me on my 21st birthday so he could buy me my first beer. Cheers, Pop. Having this one for you.
You're welcome, son. What did you get?
Apple juice.
Good boy, keep it healthy.
One time, about 5 years into our relationship, my girlfriend, now wife, and I were in separate rooms in our one-bedroom apartment in early December. From the other room, she hollered to me, "What do you want for Christmas?" I had been working full-time, taking part-time university classes to finish my degree, and had been volunteering as part of a youth mentor program. So I said, "All I really want is a break." 3 weeks later, I'm unwrapping a very heavy shoebox. After getting through the mountain of duct tape and several layers of wrapping paper, I had my very own brick. "I really didn't understand what you wanted it for," she said, "but you sounded so sure of it, so here you go." Cue about 10 minutes of laughs, and now that brick sits proudly on my desk. Every time I am overwhelmed or feeling like I've taken on too much, I look at it, pick it up, have a little laugh, and put it back so I can carry on. Best gift ever. You know, they say communication is key to a good relationship, but I mean, this couple's really challenging that. My sister's dog was at the park and another golden retriever ran up to play. After talking to the owner, it turns out they're brothers! Oh, yes! I was losing my hair due to anxiety, and it made me feel sad and powerless. Then I said, "Frick it," and buzzed it all off. Here's my first hairless picture. No more powerlessness. Hair or no hair, I'm still worthy of happiness. Damn right you are, you beautiful blue-eyed. Seriously, why are your eyes so big and blue? They're so mesmerizing. Oh my goodness, blue-eyed beauty. Canada just announced it'll provide the new COVID vaccine to every Canadian who wants it for free. Canada has ordered more vaccines per capita than any other nation. They're planning to donate excess supply to impoverished countries. Humanity. See, that's how you take care of your people. Cancer-free! Last surgery showed no more signs of cancer! Yeah, man, you destroyed that star sign. I really hate to brag, but I have a private chef that prepares my lunches. Hello, rich people? Troy's joining you. Yes, I'll hold. Meanwhile, in good news, my 11-month-old son just came off his ventilator this morning following a ruptured brain aneurysm 12 days ago. What? He's going to make it to his first birthday on Christmas Eve. Oh no, a Christmas baby. Haha, child, you were going to make your parents so poor. What's the single most important item in your home that has value of $1 or less? A brown plastic realistic cockroach named Freddy. We got it over 20 years ago. I don't remember where or why. Maybe a Halloween party? Anyway, my wife and I have been hiding it for each other ever since. It could take months for Freddy to pop up, but he always does. She will find it buried in the sugar pot. I will later find it inside a pair of shoes I rarely wear. It often makes us jump and give us a small fright. I'll hear my wife let a surprised gasp and go, "Oh, Freddy!" For me, Freddy is a great symbol that our relationship is still solid after all these years, and that we still take time to have fun, to surprise each other. So what kept your relationship strong?
Well, just a bit of live, laugh, and cockroaches.
I graduated college today. First generation, low income, and first from my tribe to graduate from Stanford. Wild. Hell yes, you be proud of that. I know in the grand scheme of things, this is really just someone becoming another statistic for the sake of progress, but it is progress that they are contributing to. Like, you proudly wave that flag. My grandma, who is in isolation, accidentally dialed a wrong phone number yesterday and spoke to a random lady, also isolating for 20 minutes, about her life. They've exchanged numbers so they can keep in contact and meet up once this is all over, and I think that is lovely. Yo, why hasn't someone set something up like that yet? Like some sort of app where you just get to look up people and you can like try and match with each other to just chat during isolation. It's like Tinder, but without the D-bags and OnlyFans plugs. I have COVID and my fiance leaves food for me and then sits in the hallway so we can eat together. Tonight, I got surprise hot cocoa. Oh, he's adorable. Why did that trigger me? Jesus. Don't worry, I've been tested. It's negative. It's not COVID. It's just something else that's killing me. My favorite part about opening gifts labeled from mum and dad is that my dad is just as surprised to see what is inside as I am. I'm just gonna overdub myself here. Ha ha, ha 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 ha. Ha ha, ha ha, God, ha ha, yes. Why is our daughter crying? She won't go to bed unless we find her Elsa dress. Just tell her to let it go. Yeah, no, I'll go look for it. After not seeing my grandparents for months, they finally figured out how to work FaceTime. This was my grandpa's face when he saw me. Ha diddly ho, neighborino. You can seriously tell how happy he is just based on the fact his eyes are literally shaped into rainbows. We are open Christmas Day from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. If you are alone, pop in for a hug and a mince pie. You don't have to buy anything. We are family.
Hey, that's not COVID safe. Mince pies are very transmissible with this disease.
My 8-year-old is battling her uncle in a prank war. Last night, she delivered this devastating blow.
You're not dealing with an average 8-year-old anymore, Uncle Stephen. For as a preteen, I have more access to far greater and obscene words. Behold, this fart is merely the beginning of the chaos about to be spread.
This is what $50 means to a small business. $50 is nothing to a billion-dollar company. Start shopping small. Whoever just placed a $50 plus order in my shop, thank you so much. That literally just paid for half of my groceries tomorrow. What's your biggest flex that you'll never tell anyone? I was in the grocery store and saw an older woman standing in the aisle comparing what was in her cart to what was in her wallet, obviously counting to see if she could afford everything. Based on her body language, as she walked away, I could tell that the answer was no. So I took a 20 out and walked up to her and said, "Ma'am, when you were over there just a second ago, this fell out of your wallet." I handed her the bill and just walked away so she wouldn't be embarrassed if she figured out I was lying. I did hear her say thank you, so I half turned and told her, "You're welcome, have a nice night." It was only $20, but I think it made a difference to her. And that felt amazing. Oh my god. So I signed up to this organization thing where uni students studying French get paired with old people in France who are lonely to have conversations over Skype. I just had my first one and it was the most wholesome thing. My French grandma is 91 and she likes knitting and lives in a retirement home and asked me at the end, "I'm not boring you too much, am I? Would you like to call again next week?" I just got this message from the organizer. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna cry. It says, "Thank you for the conversation. It was really nice. She can't wait to call you again." I mean, say what you want about how technology just makes people more distant and not social. Like, freaking technology is amazing, dude. Let's be real. Oh, welcome back, Dad Notes. Wife, pregnant, 10 months, breastfeeds 12 months, quits job to stay at home with our daughter. Me, pretends to go downstairs behind the couch. Daughter's survey says,
Dad is my best friend.
men.
making women go against fellow women. I'll be honest, I'm kind of disappointed they didn't keep the same theme color of their clothing, but I'm also very thankful that all of them are in the same photos, even after all this time. I know this is pandering, but I've been depressed for months and haven't hit the gym during that time. Mr. Schwarzenegger, can you please tell me to get off my lazy butt and hit the gym? I swear to everything I hold dear that I will snap out of it and go. I'm not going to be that hard on you. Please don't be that hard on yourself. We all go through challenges. We all go through failure. Sometimes life is a workout. But the key thing is you get up. Just move a little. Roll out of bed and do some push-ups or go for a walk. Just do something, one step at a time. I hope you feel better and get back to the gym. But don't beat yourself up, because that's just useless talk. It doesn't get you closer to the gym. And don't be afraid to ask for help. Good luck.
Oh, by the way, that was from Schwarzenegger himself too, so, just, wow!
Whenever my parrot flips out and gets angry, I say, "Hey!" in this soft, oh, wait.
Did you put your name in the goblet of fire?
Dumbledore asked calmly. "Hey," in this soft, comforting voice, and then talk to him gently. He calms down within seconds.
Now, I just got frustrated enough at something that I went, ah!
My parrot said, "Hey," all softly and sweetly like a dozen times over the next minute. It made me feel better instantly. My parrot is better at conflict de-escalation than most people.
Okay, no, to be fair, parrots are cute and adorable and beautiful creatures. If I kept saying to my girlfriend, "Hey," like over and over again for 12 minutes, I'm pretty sure she would beat my face in.
12 years ago, I was homeless. Today, I'm a homeowner.
Okay, the one thing I find trivial and frustrating about home ownership is that in reality, it's never immediately possible to achieve it. There's no cheat or shortcut to do it. It's just time and effort. And I hate that. I hate that I have to be patient. Well done job to you, OP. I am absolutely envious in the most supportive of ways.
This is Chester. When I was in Afghanistan, I got a care package from one of those Adopt a Soldier programs that lets families send care packages to servicemen and women who are deployed overseas. Anyway, I got this care package, and it came with the usual stuff. Baby wipes, crackers, peanut butter. The dad threw in a pack of cigarettes, and there was some jerky. But there was also a little beanie baby goldfish and a handwritten note from a 7-year-old girl that said, "Dear soldier," I wasn't even mad. "I hope you are doing well. I'm sorry you have to miss Thanksgiving with your family. This is my friend Chester. He keeps me safe from monsters, but I think you need him more than I do. I hope he keeps you safe from the monsters you're fighting. Take good care of him for me." You bet your ass, that little fish was in my pocket every time I went on patrol. Have what thoughts you have on soldiers and war as you like. That is an adorable story. And clearly by the look on that clownfish's face, he's seen things. This is a picture of my grandmother with $1 million. She worked for City Federal Savings Bank. Getty Images now owns the picture. She passed away 2 days ago, and I just wanted to show off my amazing grandmother, Mary Reed.
Look at her there, just chilling next to what is like the most difficult thing to ever experience attaining for most of us.
Just another day for me. After leaving an abusive relationship, being homeless, unemployed, no family except my 2-year-old daughter, I get to hang this on my tree and it means so much.
Wow, well frickin' done. Honestly, that is an achievement, especially in that year. I mean, I think we can all agree that year was very difficult for us financially. Well, unless you're in some of the industries where actually they gained a lot of money from it, but let's not get into that drama. Shout out to men who haven't felt okay lately, but you still get up every day and refuse to quit. Stay strong, kings.
Hey, this one's talking about me!
George County Animal Shelter. Big muscly man driving away in his big pickup truck. What did he adopt?
Why, the most cutest freaking adorable thing I've ever looked at it! Ah! That's so cute! Give me the 5,000 subs so I can brag at the elderly home. Ladies and gentlemen, we did it.
No matter what life has given us, we've always found something to smile about. I'm proud to finally call you my wife.
Oh, I didn't know this was happening. I was not prepared. I'm flattered. Thank you. Oh, right. This is a post about your. Okay. No, it's cool. It's cool. No, it's fine. Sorry, that was my mistake. I completely assumed wrong. No, I'm happy for you, really. I hope you and that cow have a lovely future together.
A parent's love for their child. A year after my granddaughter was born, my daughter was telling me how wonderful her toddler is, how smart she is, and just all around lovable she is. She then said, "I don't think I could ever love anyone as much as I love my daughter. Then she paused for a moment as realization washed over her face. Dad, is this how much you love me?
Bingo, kiddo. Now you know.
Meanwhile, in Edmonton at some 7-Eleven, we understood that schools are closed and that some families rely on school lunches. So, Monday to Friday, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m., kids 18 and younger can have a slice of pizza and a banana with a bag of gulp on us. Yep, I said bag of gulp, I'm committing to it. That's literally what they get, a bag and some gulp in it. My wife is making chicken nuggets and fries for our daughter's lunch, and she laughed and said it's fake McDonald's, so then I said McDonald's, and as she just stared at me, not laughing, all I could think of is, man, that would have gone viral on Twitter. My 64-year-old mother told us on Thanksgiving that she got accepted into a PhD program at UPenn. It's never too late to do what you want.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. Screw this. I'm being an arsonist.
My father turned 90 and wanted to do a photo shoot to be posted on social media, even though he isn't on it.
And just look at those fashionable poses. Oh, look out, Vogue.
I've always wanted pink hair, but just never had the courage to do anything but blonde. I'll be 46 in January.
Yes, good on you.
Present yourself how you like to present yourself. Of course, there is a limit, especially if you're a nudist. Speaking of expressing yourself in pink hair, my grandmother promised all of us if she made it to 90, she would get a pink mohawk. Well, she made it to 90. Rock on, Grandma! I think what I love about this most is that she clearly won this. Like, she didn't find this a bad thing at all. My dog trued a hole through his towel and stuck his head through it. Now he wears it around the house like a poncho.
Hola, big floof.
My wife's conservative, religious high school wouldn't let me take her to prom 10 years ago because we're both women. So I threw her one in our home for our 5th anniversary.
Oh, damn!
Are you like a freaking functions event designer or something? Because that is a talent. After 70 years of neglect, my dad decided to start taking care of himself. He's lost 75 pounds this year, and I've never been prouder of him. Yeah, nice work, Daddy-o. Sure, it's a late start, but it's a good start nonetheless. For those who are interested, Schwarzenegger is quite active on Reddit, especially around fitness, and is endlessly encouraging.
You could just say his username, bro.
Say it 3 times to summon our king.
Works every time.
I hope you all are having a great day. Can you imagine how fun it is for me to get these notifications every other week with some memory from decades ago? I am not the type of person who looks back too much, so these posts are heaven. Thank you all. I suffer from major depression. These rings represent 3 days in a row that I have met my workout and movement goals. It's not a lot, but it's a start. Ooh, you must tell me what app this is. That looks very satisfying to accomplish. My dad was going to bed tonight, and he needed to inform me that Santa was in Brazil. I'm a full-ass adult, and I can't tell you how much I love my dad calling to give me Santa updates. Merry Christmas, everyone.
I mean, a bit late to be sharing that one, but hey, no, still good, still lovely.
So, was just looking through my phone, and turns out these good, female genitalias took some banger selfies after they took my drunk butt home. Bloody legends. Oh, I love that they're smiling, but you can see in their eyes that this is just like another day for them on shift. My son begged me for this stupid shark at the souvenir shop, then photobombed my pic. It's now my favorite pic from our visit to the Oregon coast. Wow, what a beautiful...
That's my house.
My son asked for a new Xbox controller for Christmas. I didn't think about why he needed a new one, until he opened it up and got all excited because now his sister could play games with him. He didn't want the controller for himself, he wanted it so they could play together. As someone with a sibling, I can absolutely vouch for the total joy you get when your sibling can play games with you. Memories like the corner of my mind. Oh my god, my voice is not healed. I know things are dark, but I just watched the FedEx guy pluck a snail from the sidewalk, cradle it in his gloves, and find just the right sized tulip in our front yard to set it aside.
Yeah, well, that's good for the snail, but what about me? With my gentle cradling from a FedEx guy.
For the very first time in my life, a tall person stood in front of me at a concert, looked back, asked, "Can you still see?" and then answered themselves with, "Of course you can't, I'm like 6 feet tall," and then moved. I wish so many blessings on their house. I am trans and transitioned almost 5 years ago. My family has been slow to come around, but this year, my uncle made a family tree for my grandparents and included my new name on it. Now that's just beautiful. They're not trying to make a big parade about it, they're not trying to draw attention to it, they're just accepting it. It's family. Maybe this doesn't belong here, but my grandpa passed away from COVID. He was a lifelong Christmas tree farmer. Looking at these pics of his farm, the simple beauty of his life's work, put a smile on my face through the tears. He was a great man. You know, without the context of the post, this photo just looks like any other normal photo you'd take in a field. But with it, it turns from just a simple normal photo to something meaning so much more. Really ruins the whole point of this subreddit though. It's made me smile, not made me feel. The first number in my scale has been a 2 for the past 21 years, but not today. Take that! Frick you, 2! I have a confession. When my husband gets stuck on a part of a video game for a long period of time, I will look up the solution on my phone and then give him vague suggestions to push him in the right direction. I've been doing this for 6 years.
Okay, that right there, you cherish that, sir. You cherish this woman.
People from 40 different communities showed up to this man's call. Chicago, I need 10 volunteers to help me shovel for seniors tomorrow. I'm getting too many emails from elderly folks that need help. Meet me at 79th Street, Red Line stop at 10 a.m. tomorrow. I got hoodies, hats, and lunch for anybody that comes through. Oh, imagine the awkwardness of arriving with preparing 10 lunches, but having to get like 3 times that amount. Grand gesture nonetheless, though. What's that can't stop laughing moment where you're in a situation you shouldn't be laughing? Visiting my grandmother's grave with my grandfather for the first time a few years ago. Expected tears and a solemn day. Instead, we passed a grave marked Wanda, and my grandfather said, "Well, I wonder what killed her." None of us could stop laughing. My grandmother would have loved it. After coming home from Iraq, Tyler's dad had nightmares so bad, he feared closing his eyes. Tyler designed a smartwatch app to detect their onset and disrupt them with a gentle vibration. It just won FDA approval to treat PTSD-related nightmare disorders. Okay, so basically Tyler is an amazing badass man, and I hope his father is very proud of him. Yesterday, I overheard a little kid asking their mum why I was using a wheelchair, and the mum simply replied, "Well, maybe his legs need a bit of extra help. You can ask him if he's happy to tell you more. No shaming the kid for asking. No treating disability as a hush-hush topic. Yes, please, more of this. My papa lost my gran in February after being married 50 years, and it's broke my heart how lonely he's been since. And today came to me all pleased with himself, telling me he'd gone and found a group of men widowers that meet up each month to do woodwork, and they're letting him join. Yes, please, also more of this." I was offered a random day off due to an overstaffing mistake and took it. I decided to have fun with the pets. I got all ready for work like I normally would, and they did their usual job of trying to persuade me not to go, and I made a dramatic show of letting them win. They've been on a happiness high for the past 3 hours. Hey, 2020 ain't all bad. I asked this handsome fellow on the right to marry me, and he said yes. Wait, your right or my right? It's... Can't clarify. I don't know which one you're clarifying here. I recently noticed that whenever life was getting me down, I'd usually find $1 in my pocket the next day. I told my parents how weird it was, and they told me my little sister puts $1 in one of my pockets when she knows I'm sad to help cheer me up, and now I am feeling very strong, and it's just, oh man, nothing's wrong here. Who left this water on the ground? My sister had her first son today. I caught a rare moment between 2 fathers.
You know, it's a real shame the camera quality ruins this photo.
Very cute nonetheless. Woke up to Leonard freaking out, jumping on me, trying to lick my face at 5 a.m, which he never does, before I realized the fire alarm was going off, and there was a smoke in the hallway of my apartment complex. We evacuated, and everyone is safe.
13 out of 10, very good boy!
Look, I'm glad it was a dog and not a human when reading this.
No, Leonard, I don't want to roleplay today!
Wholesome moment. He was dirt poor, she was rich. Her family threatened to disown her if she married him. She decided she loved him more than any inheritance and went on to marry him and have 2 kids. He loved her so much, he died holding her hand. Ladies and gentlemen, my grandparents. Ugh, look at this guy and his swagger. Wooing them uptown girls better than Billy Joel.
Thanks for setting impossible standards for us basic men to achieve, you James Bond a-hole.
No, but seriously, you're an absolute gentleman, sir. I'm sorry to see you gone. Having been told that it's rude to call dinner gross, our 4-year-old is finding increasingly creative ways to express himself. This tastes unlucky to me. This sends my mouth into outer space. That's bad. Cauliflower is... Pinch his fingers together. This much delicious.
Jeez, if psychologists don't recognize this as like an innovative adaptability of the human mind, what are you even doing that for? Kids like the next Shakespeare.
The man in the chair is Mr. Earl. Mr. Earl lives in the assisted living home next door to the shop. He has a memory disease that if you tell him something today, he forgets. So if you tell him again tomorrow, it's like new information to him. His brother used to come to the shop and pay me every week to cut his hair. Then later, Mr. Earl would come and ask me, did his brother pay me so he can get a cut? I would always say, yes sir, your debt is already paid. Mr. Earl's brother died 5 years ago, and he doesn't remember. He still comes in every week and always asks me, is his debt paid? I always still say, yes sir, your debt is paid, and cut his hair. I know Mr. Earl's brother is in heaven looking down, watching out for us. That's payment enough. Some things are better than money. Oh, man. Sorry, did that ruin it? It's a touching story, I'm just sorry, you brought it out of me. I work as an actor at a haunted house, and this little girl who was dressed as a cat came through, she saw me, and was like, no thank you, please don't get closer, I am already scared. Oh my god, yes! Okay, hearing that is really relatable, I'll explain after this. And I was like, all right, I appreciate the good manners, I'll back off. So her dad picks her up and starts going down the rest of my dark hall, and I just hear her yell, everybody wait, I dropped my ears. So I find them and give them to her dad, and she goes, thank you, but I hope I never see you again, goodbye, and waved over her dad's shoulder. I waved back, and she gave me a thumbs up. Honestly, this kid has a lot of guts and props for being so polite when she's terrified. I hope she gets a lot of candy this year. Okay, so I used to work as an actor at a haunted house at a local school fete. Let me tell you, traumatizing kids, what a gift to have. Now, what we do is have the doorman shout out different levels of scare that the person entering wants to receive. In come a group of little kids who have requested not so scary. And you can hear them as they're wandering down the hallways. One of them is particularly quite nervous. But it's okay, they have an older brother who assures them. Now, mind you, their oldest was about 8 years old. I see the older brother just put his hands on his little brother's shoulders and say, hey, it's okay, they won't scare you, because if they touch you, that's sexual assault and they'll get arrested and go to jail, okay? So you're okay to punch them if you get scared. Well, we thought that was adorable and kind of scary that they were so knowledgeable on that stuff already at a young age. The absolute pounding that kid gave Daniel when he tried to scare them as they walked by, I just stayed hidden. I'm not saying hi to them. Anyway, thanks for listening to my autobiography. Editor, if you want to keep that in or just get rid of it, I totally understand. Millennials be like, terrible service. 5 stars and 20% tips so this idiot can pay their bills. Yes, America, fix your hospitality rates. Why does your burgers cost the same as mine, yet I still have to give the people money who you as a business are meant to be giving money to? I don't understand. Jesus wasn't neutral. He sided with the poor, sick, and immigrant. Be like Jesus. I've seen enough subreddit posts about these kind of signs that just, it's weird that this one is so well put together. And also right. Connecticut's 18-year-old Justin Gavin saved a mum and her 3 children from a burning car in Waterbury, CT this month. I was scared because I didn't know whether the car was going to blow up in that instant. I grabbed the baby and the 2 little girls out of the car, and I helped her out of the car. Help spread the word of this brave young man. He's a true hero. Great job, Justin. Well done, Justin. You were free to save this meme and put it as your Tinder profile. My grandparents adopted a kitten, and they sent me this pic in the mail. Oh, I don't know what's more cute, the fact that they've got a kitten or the fact that they sent it by mail. I understand they're probably not tech savvy, but I mean, that's actually really sweet. r/depression. The funnest sub in all of Reddit. A stranger just saved my life. I woke up today wanting to die. I was planning on doing it after school, so I decided school was pointless to go to. I walked to the mall by my school and went to Anita's and ordered French toast. French toast has always been my favorite, so I figured it would be a good last thing to eat. I pondered a ton about my life and what it is I really want. I felt super empty, but also my mind was racing with thoughts. I had convinced myself I needed to finish my life today. I had been thinking for about half an hour when an elderly man sat across from me and gave me a hot chocolate. He said that he ordered it for me because he could tell I needed it. He'd told me, I don't know what you're going through, but life will get better. And then he left, and then I cried. And now I'm back at school, and I think I want to live. Good. Please do more of that. The wanting to live. I mean, not the original intent.
Shower thoughts. The more serious a relationship gets, the more casual it gets.
Oh, yo, that's, wow. Yeah, wow. I love looking back at my relationship. We went from being so awkward around each other to laying in bed at night seeing who could make the best animal noises. Love is pretty cool. Hey, our loveless lives aren't a sunscreen, buddy. You don't need to rub it in. Sad smiles. Oh, yay, conflicting posts. My cousin worked at McDonald's in Northern Ontario for most of his life. Shut up, I know I probably said that wrong. He was a manager there for the majority of his career. He was such a kind soul. He died suddenly last Monday. The 3 McDonald's restaurants in that area flew their flags at half-mast in his honor. Such a beautiful gesture. Far out, McDonald's. Can you not have a heart? It makes it really hard to hate you as a fast food chain. In a magical world with a magic cafe, there's a tiny dragon that makes creme brulee. Why can't that be our world? I want that to be our world so bad. I don't care who that waiter is based off. I am inserting myself into that role. That is me now. I now have a dragon on my little forearm. I'm gonna call you Rinde, and you will make me a creme brulee. Chad Brugman says, if, in retrospect, we find out that masks were not helpful, or that they were just tools of some hoax or conspiracy, if come to find out I really am one of those sheeple, I'll still sleep real well because I'll go to bed knowing that my motive was to love my neighbor as myself. Yes, I love that argument too, where it's like, wait, so we tried to save and fix the climate for nothing? We made the world a healthier place to live in for nothing but our own benefit? Stupid climate scientists, they were all just lying to us. Straight males of Reddit. What's the gayest thing you've ever done? One of my best friends is gay. He refers to this as a no homo bro cuddle. I went to his house and stayed the night, and we slept in the same bed. Completely non-sexual, but did spoon. I was big spoon. For comfort and just to cuddle. Reason being, his dad had recently died, and he had been sleeping poorly since. He lives alone. Said he just needed someone to cuddle with for comfort, so he could get a good night's sleep. His love life is in shambles, so he didn't want another gay man because he knew they would just try to frick him as part of the deal. So I obliged and he slept well for the first time since the funeral. It was pretty gay to spoon with a gay man in his bed overnight, but I don't regret it. Edit, reading all of your responses has made my New Year's Day. I genuinely appreciate the words of encouragement for my friend. Kind words to us both, and all the awards. Y'all are too generous. Honestly, I teared up reading some of the responses. Wish all of you a happy new year. Let's start 2021 off the right way. Oh, we started off the right way. Definitely. We started off. Shower feelings. Both adults and kids swear, yet they both refrain from cursing around each other as they believe that the opposite group is offended by it. No, stop. Stop with the thoughts that really make me think. My 90-year-old grandma mailed a homemade vest for me to wear to parties. It's amazing. Look at me. Watch out, Vogue! Step aside, Kylie Jenner, there's a new beauty queen in town, with a jawline and glutes to match. My mama retired as an emergency room nurse yesterday, and her co-workers threw her a huge party. Yay! Goodbye, tension, hello, pension. That's actually amazing. I love that. I am going to save that phrase and be prepared to use it when I one day retire. My baby passed away from SIDS. I only have one pic of all 4 of my boys together. I just commissioned an artist for a portrait of my boys from separate pics. Here is the result, aka my most prized possession. Okay, yeah, can someone please look at this and then tell me how much of a waste of money funding the arts is? I don't even need to see the face of OP to know just how special this creation is to be in her life. Whoever made this work, just bravo. My guide dog in training visited a local school recently, which turned out to be school picture day. Today they sent me this. I didn't even notice the tie at first. Oh my god, yes! Work it, puppy, blue steel! My dad built a goddamn pizza oven in our backyard. He's been making pizza since 10 a.m. What, you want him to stop? What is this? Look at that smile. You want to ruin that man's smile. From the Tumblr, Toggos with jobs. Because that exists. Service dogs training to sit through a movie at a theater. Okay, now with the context, I totally understand the existence of this Tumblr. It's actually better than that. The picture comes from dogs being trained to sit through a play, which means there are actors on the stage performing a musical for a theater full of dogs. No! Screw getting to put on a performance for the frickin' Queen of England. I want to perform for dogs. 2020 wasn't all bad. My brother made this for me for this Christmas. Oh, that is cute.
Oh, that is really cute. I don't mean to give such an overbearing compliment, but if woodwork was OnlyFans, your brother would be Belle Delphine. Me to plumber. I'm so sorry about the cat. He thinks everyone is his best friend.
That's okay. I'm used to people's cats.
2 minutes later, from the other room.
Mr. Smitten, you are a born plumber. After this, we will get a nice sandwich.
My dad just emailed a baby picture of me, and it reminded me of a picture of my daughter. Well, that's one way to know it's yours. Good vibes. After beating cancer, a 10-year-old boy had only one wish. He wanted to meet President Jimmy Carter. The president gladly agreed. This is what happened. Aww. I don't know why it's a big deal for him to meet this specific president, but it's sweet nonetheless. While filming Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, Bella, the Neapolitan Mastiff that played Fang, got very protective of Daniel Radcliffe and would jump in front of him whenever the animatronic spider for Aragog would come out to defend him, resulting in them having to refilm the scene multiple times. Ugh, method actors, am I right? They're just always getting in the way. Tiny warthog cooling off in a tiny mud puddle. As an avid Halo fan, I have to say that this is not what I was expecting. Men of quality do not fear equality. Just the look of his face, you could tell he's exhausted having to protest about this. It truly warms my heart that a pack of 17-year-olds with Reddit and a Robinhood account came together to blow up a $12.5 billion hedge fund. Yeah, a lot of us aren't too familiar with the stock exchange, but this is truly a very historic moment. Out of boredom, I decided to scan a stuffed shark. Here are the results. He looked so uncomfortable. Oh, someone help him. Oh. Just saw a girl saying that when you take a picture of the moon or the sunset and it doesn't look as good as in real life, you don't think the problem is the sky is actually ugly. You know the camera isn't fully capturing the beauty. And you should feel the same way about your selfies. Oh damn, that was like a smooth flirty line, but to all of us. During the last round of Trollgate, people said that I should be banned from posting photos of myself because I'm too ugly. So I'd just like to commemorate the occasion with these 3 selfies. Yes, we could only aspire to give as little F's as this lady does. What are the origins of your username? When I played WoW way back in the day, I had a raid leader named Sean. Now, Sean was a really nice guy, and our crew was pretty tight internet friends. Sean had speech impediment and would regularly say the phrase, "Guys, it's time to get serious," stumbling over his R's. Unknown to the guild at the time, Sean had terminal cancer. He eventually stopped showing up to raid nights, and after he died, in accordance to wishes, his father came in to vent one night to tell everyone. I named every character I made after that some variation of the word serious. That way, no matter what group I was with, they would audibly say something like, "Hey, serious, pick up the ads," and it became a way that I honored my friend, because in a way, he never really left. After being prohibited from wearing shorts during the hot summer months, bus drivers in Sweden wore skirts to work, citing that since their female co-workers could wear skirts, it would be discriminatory to prohibit them from wearing skirts too. Good, do it. There's like so many cultures out there with our history that have had men wear skirts casually. Like this really shouldn't be a big deal. When Sue came to our facility, she told everyone to call her Aunt Sue because everybody does. She's recovering from COVID, although not out of the woods yet, and today is her birthday. She's 101 and beat me at dominoes. Any chance I could get some birthday wishes for her? Here, I've got some here. Just take them all. Here, have them. I sold my truck to pay for her surgery. You are the most beautiful freaking person ever. This is a beautiful post, but I've just got to ask, is that dog just coming off the meds there? He looks like he's still a bit drugged. My kid thought that swearing in meant Joe Biden was going to stand at a podium on Wednesday and reel off all the curse words he knows. He's understandably a little disappointed now. Thank you, all of you, for coming. Poop, butt cheeks, smelly butt flaps. United, not divided. Say no to racism. Be kind. We are all immigrants. Oh, look, even the traffic pole's making a statement. No, turn on red! Wrist surgery. My surgeon incised around my tattoo. He could have not cared and cut right through it. Pretty bro move, if you ask me. When my brother was born in 1985, my mother purchased 2 identical teddy bears. The one on the left has been my brother's for 30 years. The one on the right has been kept in storage for my brother's first child, who was born today.
Oh, hello there, brother. It's been so long since I've seen you again.
Yeah, oh man, you can have a lot of fun, I'll tell you what.
Yes, I did a photo shoot with my thesis. Longest labor ever. To be fair, I feel a lot of the uni students feel this way. My grandma doing her best to gender me correctly is really nice.
Silly boy. Oops, silly they.
Last summer, my friend's mum discovered hundreds of tiny, teeny toad tadpoles in a puddle in her driveway. It was drying up, so she asked me about moving them to a nearby pond. I told her not to, because moving amphibians unnaturally between water bodies can spread disease. So she filled up a watering can every morning and every evening and replenished the puddle, adding dechlorinator drops which she uses for her fish tank to make sure the water was safe. The tadpole survived and grew up into little toads who eventually hopped out of the puddle. I think about the tenderness and compassion of this a lot. Hold up, where was this though? If this was Australia, then no, your mum deserves to be arrested. 96-year-old World War II veteran took his online exam successfully and became Italy's oldest university student. Hey, well, when you've got the time. My wife on our wedding day, and her smile the day she met Rob Lowe. Oh, I'm so sorry, man.
Quick, someone save the post!
On the first photo, she is facing a photographer who may be unknown, and on the second, she is looking at her husband.
Ah! Yes! You spotted you, bro.
Veteran and his wife recreate their wedding photos.
Oh my gosh! It's so cute!
Oh, I love that they couldn't do the exact posing because they were too busy just wanting to cuddle each other. So I'm at a restaurant and just got hit in the back of the head with a straw wrapper. I turn around and immediately a 65-plus-year-old lady started apologizing, saying she was aiming for her husband. Then they both started giggling. If that's not me when I'm older, I don't know.
35 years together.
What's the secret?
Perfect acceptance of an imperfect person.
What? Not making people live up to your fantasy relationship? What do you want about? Dear every parent in every cafe I am sitting in to work, please stop apologizing for your baby learning to talk. If I wanted silence whilst typing on my laptop, I should stay at freaking home. You are allowed in these spaces as much as me. It's not my office. Damn, I'll be honest, I'm one of those people who actually doesn't like it when I'm hearing loud kids ramble around me as I'm trying to do work, but this is a valid point. It is their space as much as my own.
Curse you, Holly, for giving me a properly good perspective to acknowledge and reflect on.
My dad is babysitting Chance this weekend while I'm in New York City. Someone please get this man a grandchild. Wait, why are you asking us to do it? You're the daughter.
Grandpa wants to know what kind of takeout I can have. We are starving.
Oh, and he genuinely looks like he's sad.
Hi, Mum. It's me again. We had a picnic and are going to the nail salon now. Graham said if I'm good, I can have ice cream when I'm done. What kind do I like again?
Okay, this is precious.
Hate to keep bothering you, Mum, but we really need to hang out with Gramps more.
How subtle. How subtle.
Hey, Mom. Gramps is going to sleep with me tonight. Is there anything we need to tell him? Hope you are having as much fun as I am. See you tomorrow and good night. Love you so much.
I go to the same gas station every day after work for beer and burritos. Today, when I asked for my burritos, the guy said, "They're hot. I knew you'd be here, so I made a fresh batch." And that's the most thoughtful stuff anyone's done for me in a while. Recreating a very special moment. Third trimester love. Yes, the Owens. This is very sweet. Yes, I'm an Aussie and therefore biased towards this. Shut up, it's still cute. Good vibes. Kids get a $2 discount if they read a book aloud to this barber in Michigan. I see what you're doing, barber. Making kids read more. You sneaky educating devil. Remember, child, for every word you get wrong, I give you a bald spot. Yes, sir. I invited a girl I'm crushing on over today, and she was like, "By the way, I woke up at 6 a.m. and baked you some bread." And I'm losing it. Oh, it's round and plump just like her rump. Wholesome moments. First time growing and harvesting broccoli. Yeah, I'm healthy. When my son was 4, he saw a commercial that said, brushing alone is not enough to prevent cavities and tooth decay. So he made us start brushing our teeth with him. It's been 3 years.
Nobody tell him.
What was the highest waste of money that you don't regret? My first paycheck, I bought a $900 wedding cake. Me and my brother had no way to get it home since it didn't fit on our skateboards. We just had a cake fight in the parking lot. My brother passed away shortly after that. I still think about that day whenever I'm sad. That is a level of spontaneity I will never achieve but will always admire. Family and friends. It's been 16 months since my grandmother's last radiation treatment to cure her breast cancer. I pay my oncologist big bucks for this hairdo. And it looks glorious on you, Sharon. Beautiful. Mwah. Got drunk alone? People actually cared. I was in a dark place and just had to get out of the house. Started drinking in a pub alone and went to a nightclub. I'm not allowed to drink because of health issues, so this was the first time I was drunk in 2 years. I sat alone in the corner, upset, realizing nobody cares. Some big 6'4" guy approached me and sat next to me and spent probably an hour talking to me about life. He wasn't drunk, he saw I was in pain and wanted to help. He told me he hated seeing men suffering alone because we don't get any support. He gave me his contact details, and so did his girlfriend, and told me he would drop anything to come and hang out if I was ever lonely. His girlfriend's sister even walked me home to make sure I was okay. I woke up happy for the first time in a while, and it showed me how much people do care about me, even people I don't know. I just told my daughter that if we can have a woman vice president in the White House, then she, too, can do anything. Since she's 2 years old, she responded that she would like some chocolate. Shooting for the moon! Before our white brothers came to civilize us, we had no jails. Therefore, we had no criminals. We had no locks or keys, and so we had no thieves. If a man was so poor that he had no horse, teepee, or blanket, someone gave him these things. We were too uncivilized to set much value on personal belongings. We wanted to have things only in order to give them away. We had no money, and therefore a man's worth couldn't be measured by it. Genuinely beautiful words, but this has made me smile, not made me solemn. Still, in a world of capitalism and money, I think this is still possible to achieve. We just need to stop thinking we need more money to be happy. Of course, constant advertising pushing you to get the latest thing doesn't help, but I don't know, just be happy. Yeah, I did it. I solved depression. He visited his daughter's kitchen and left an honest review. I've been waiting on my order to get done for 45 minutes, and I'm the only customer here. She was making good progress at first, then she stopped for 20 minutes to go watch Paw Patrol, wrote Chris. Overall, the customer service could be better, but the cook is a cutie, so I'll give her another chance. My 20-month-old daughter is really into Star Wars children's books and toys right now, which is awesome, but the way she's been saying the names of everything is my favorite part. Lee, Bibi, Goop, Adito, Puyo, Buck, Ham, Pen, Dadba, Maps. Yeah, that was! You're never too young to be a Star Wars fan. Please hug your 20-month-old daughter for me. Love always, Goop. 18 years old, joined the army. 25 years old, discharged via military prison. 30, still a homeless drug user. 35, serving 10 years in prison. 40 years old, out on 5-year license. 47, enrolled Leeds Uni LLC. 48, started social worker degree, Bradford College. 52, my birthday today, a newly qualified social worker. That's a sad, partial loss of life to see, but it's really nice to see you kept going. We need more success stories of people over 40. Like, honestly, anyone else kind of underwhelmed when someone before the age of 30 becomes real successful and famous or rich and stuff? I don't know. There's so many of them, it's not a big deal anymore. I find those who break the chains of a mundane lifestyle they've created for themselves, that's inspiring. While other celebrities were too busy singing Imagine and complaining about having to stay in their mansions, Lady Gaga helped raise over $35 million in support of medical response in just 7 days. And nothing but respect for her. What's even more remarkable about this is the fact that she didn't just post a link on social media asking for people to donate. She went straight to the corporate leaders and asked them to give in favor of those who need it. That's exactly what public figures should be doing. Now, I do want to defend some celebrities who do things like that Imagine video. I guarantee half of them were more roped into it because their agents would say, oh, it's a great marketing opportunity. But of course, when it crashes and burns, like it usually does, it's the celebrity or the performer who has to face the fire. And with how quickly viral things can kind of die out, it's no surprise that they're kind of desperate to jump on the next bandwagon they see rising up. It's still cringy as hell and great content to laugh at. But yeah, I don't think it's so much them being ignorant. Today, I operated on a little girl. She needed blood. We didn't have any, but her twin brother has blood. I explained to him that it was a matter of life and death. He sat quietly for a moment and then said goodbye to his parents. I didn't think anything of it until after we took his blood, and he asked, so when will I die? He thought he was giving his life for hers. Thankfully, they'll both be fine. Text from my dad from a few years ago. I did call and leave him another message after I stopped crying, editing to add his photo because he's as precious as he sounds. Natalie, I have kept a voicemail from you for over 2 years. All you did was to call me to tell me you loved me. I usually listen to it about 20 times a week. This morning, while listening to it, I received a phone call and accidentally deleted your voicemail.
I am heartbroken and want it back on my phone. Please call me and leave me another I just wanted to say I love you message. Oh, him sleeping with the cougars. Cougars? What are they called again? Corgis! Oh my god, I've ruined the sweetness of this post. Don't mind me just sitting with some cougars while listening to my daughter say I love you on voicemail. Dear person who runs the McDonald's account, how are you doing? All my best. Person who runs the Microsoft account. Oh, you know, it's always, when is the McRib coming back? Never, how are you doing? Person who runs the McDonald's account. My shawty isn't materialistic. I got her an LV bag in the summer and she barely touches it. So, I realized that although I enjoy certain materialistic things, it's not her thing. So, I've taken the route of spoiling her with trips and baking items because that's what she loves. Nice. It's likely her love language is time and effort. Should also stress there's nothing wrong with liking materialistic things. Some of us don't have the time but do have the money. A partner can be just as problematic constantly wanting your time and energy versus a partner who just wants your money and materialistic gifts all the time. Okay, but how for you, kin? Tight was it rearranging your room when you were younger and it feeling like a different space and you'd show your parents and they'd be like, wow, very nice. And you'd be like, frick yeah, new room, new me. Wait, what? Why is it just when you were younger? You guys still don't do that? Was I meant to stop doing that after 18? Oh no. Like any major breakup or just really stressful thing that happened to me, that would be the one thing I'd focus on doing. Oh, I'm so sad. I'm gonna Mary Kondo the hell out of this place. This man was a teacher for 40 years. At year 2 or 3, on picture day, he realized he'd worn the same outfit as the previous year. So, he got the idea to continue to do so for his whole teaching career.
And see, it still fits. I'm just as fit and healthy as I was in my 20s.
What was going on in that middle decade there, though? Where was he teaching? At Gotham or something? Whenever I see a penny on the ground, I pick it up. My mum always used to smile when I was a kid and say, find a penny, pick it up, and all day long you'll have good luck. Does it work? No. But for a second, it's like having my mum back. Ah! Oh, right hook with the feels! Dang! Wasn't even expecting that. Dear person behind me, I hope today doesn't suck butt. Lots of love. The person in front of you. Why am I reading this so ominously, you ask? Well, I don't know. 20 years ago today. Night out with the guys, $50. Meeting you, priceless. Oh gosh, I was expecting it to be some sad funeral thing of like someone passing away, but oh good, thank you. Okay, it's good. It's good. Tell your cat I said puss puss puss. Oh, okay. Ordered balloons for my mummy finishing chemo on Tuesday saying frick cancer and got this morning. Hi Shannon, thank you for shopping with us. Amazon seller Red has encountered an unexpected problem with completing your order. Hi Shannon, we have refunded your order because we agree with your balloons. Do not worry, the balloons are still on the way for you. Use the refunded money to get some cake. All the love from Noelle and the company. That's the company. Good people doing good things. Faces of rescue dogs after they found a human buried in snow during the training session.
Oh my god, yay.
Oh my god, yay. Yeah, I found you.
Hello, human.
The Ohio Highway Patrol shared their dogs, and I think I want them all. Ronnie, Wolf, Bruno. Anyone else seeing a Pokemon evolution line, or is it just me? Ronnie tried so hard for his picture, and I love it. Yeah, at least he's being formal with his smile. Jeez, Bruno. Wolf being the moody one as always. One nice way to feel better about yourself is to imagine what Steve Irwin would say about you if you were a little snake you found in the test. Yes! Oh, crikey, check out this ripper. Oh, wow, it's beautiful. Oh, you better watch out for these ones. She's rather deadly. It's okay. If you just treat her right, just be real nice to her. Oh, look at her. Isn't she beautiful? Yeah. All right, we're gonna chuck her in this sack and we'll take her to the lab and milk her. Personal win. I don't usually like to smile for photos, but this month is the 1-year anniversary since my overdose and the 6-month anniversary of being sober. So I figured that deserved a smile. Whoa, geez, that's too powerful of a smile, lady. You've created like 3 rainbows. Me when I'm 80.
Good one, SpongeBob.
I used to go to my grandmother's house across the street from my high school. My brother and I would watch afternoon cartoons, including SpongeBob, and Grandma would make us up a little plate of treats and stuff. She didn't really watch with us, but one Saturday we went over and she was watching SpongeBob and just laughing her head off, saying, The yellow square bob man is quite funny. It's my favorite memory of her. She would have been 80 at the time too. I miss that. Wholesome moments. Whenever I have a bad day, I remember having Stan Lee smile at me and say, "Atta girl," as I skipped up for my photo op. The man, the legend. R.I.P. you bloody beautiful face. People don't realize how much strength it takes to pull your own self out of a dark place mentally. So, if you've done that today or any day, I'm proud of you.
Thank you, random pink billboard on street.
Parents need to get better at teaching their kids that swear words aren't actually bad, they're just only appropriate in certain contexts. This 9-year-old girl at the grocery store just held up a bag of cauliflower rice and said,
What the frick is this?
and she deserves a freaking Oscar. Therapy dogs waiting for their morning shift to begin at a children's hospital. God, they are literally doing the same things we do as people, just, waiting, lining up, and yet it is so cute! I want to look as adorable doing mundane things. This is Toby. He only needed to be held once during his first swim lesson today. Had nothing to do with his capabilities, he just wanted to be held. 13 out of 10, yes! Mary's family abandoned her after she married Jake, her true love, in 1948. They're still happily married for over 70 years through the power of love. We're definitely not a perfect society yet, but damn have we made some decent progress. I was playing Overwatch with people online when I got a phone call about my uncle passing away. Didn't realize I wasn't muted until I got this message. Hey man, I'm so sorry for your loss. I was the diva in the Overwatch game you were in, and when you said you were having a tough time and your uncle died, I started crying. I know the feeling. My dad died when I was 9. I hope this isn't weird that some random person is reaching out, but I'm sending prayers to you and your family. I hope things get better. Smiley face. But remember, video games cause violence and this kid is probably Satan, so we can't fly, but we have each other. Here, I made you this. I'm just lazy. I could totally Yep. I overheard a teenage boy buying a Valentine's card that said, "We are the same kind of weird." Shop assistant said, "Is this for your girlfriend?" And he said, "No, it's for my grandma." Yeah, it really doesn't help that Valentine's Day advertisements are always about couples and never just about love in general. I build power lines for a living, and I make a good union wage. If a bunch of burger flippers started earning the same wages and benefits that I make, dude, I'd be celebrating with them and their families. Working people are my people. Their win is my win. But I'm on a comfortable level of wage, and if they start earning more money to be comfortable as well, then that's just one less thing that we as a society are having to fight against, is people, fighting for some level of comfort in their lives. So this needs to be more about me somehow. Being quarantined for the past 10 days, I received a text message from my 12-year-old daughter saying, "Dad, look out your window." Oh, and you can see the little footsteps too. That is so cute. I'd love if all the other quarantine people thought it was for them as well, though. Today, I went into my husband's wallet for some money, and all I found was this zillion-dollar bill with my cat's face on it. This man really thinks he's funny. You say that now, but we laughed at Bitcoin, and look at that, so. The highlight of my day was my teacher bringing his cat to school, and every time he asked the class a question, his cat would meow, and he would accept it as an answer. An animal in the classroom that is owned by a teacher. Well, what is it? Some sort of teacher's item of ownership thing? What is it? It's all cute and adorable until that cat's calling you out for not paying attention in class. Hey, come on, man. I gave you catnip. I got a Beauty and the Beast gift from my mom that she put together herself. Yeah. When do I tell her that this is Frozen's Anna and the mayor of Zootopia? It's like an alternate universe of Disney character designs. Swing and a miss, Mum, but we still love you. I bought my hamster a little bed, and now we do everything together. Oh, that's cute. Eating carrots, watching movies, dodging tax. Don't give up, guys. Oh my god, he did it. He got a girlfriend. Oh, and his skateboard rose from the dead. Stressed out for the chemistry exam? Benzine. Ben, the chemistry dog might be able to help de-stress. Yes, you can pet him. Have any last-minute questions about chemistry? Ask his owner. Oh, yes, please, I have some questions. Okay, cool. I'm not the owner, though. I just stole the professor's dog to pick up chicks. There's a channel on YouTube called Grandpa Kitchen, and it's a happy old man cooking giant meals that he then shares with a bunch of kids. It funds a bunch of food and literature programs too. Looks like I need them. Really blessed content. Joke's on you, I'm already subscribed. Bam! Beat you to the wholesomeness. Hell yeah, son of Steve Irwin. I have so many memories of Dad's old motorbike, hanging onto the front with Bindi as we'd ride around the zoo with Dad. And now, after being in the shed for a few years, it's all fixed up and running again.
It's so special to be writing it after all this time. That is nostalgic as frick. Meanwhile, in personal win, I began this project to paint the birds of Germany 2 years ago, but then stopped due to depression. Today, I finally managed to paint one more bird. Hey, that is some fine detail. I can totally understand you not being motivated to do it sometimes. Like, you can see that has taken effort to do. That is just well done. I was having a mental breakdown in my room because my, now, ex had broken up with me. My dad, single father, came in and brought me some food. He said, "Honey, I know what you're going through, but nobody on this earth deserves a single tear from you."
I love my dad so much. Nope, stop it. What did I say?
Good vibes. Officially 6 months cancer-free. Figured I should give you all an update because this sub truly did help me through all the rough times. Thank you from all the bottom of my heart. Heckin' yeah, you wave those luscious locks. 8 years ago, I got into some legal trouble. I struggled to find work, going through over 30 interviews before I found a job. I eventually worked my way up to manager. Today, all my hard work paid off when I bought my first car by myself. I'm so proud of myself, I just had to share. Ooh, red too. Good choice. I'm not sure about the bow though, I think that might get in the way of your view. I found out that our cat takes it upon herself to put my brother to sleep, then comes back to my room till I get to bed to cuddle with me. This cat thinks she's our mom. I think that's the incorrect statement you should be confused by. Rather, you think the cat isn't your mom. Have you not seen Brave? I rest my case.
Do not apologize when your pets jump into the frame on Zoom calls.
Was just in a conference with the CEOs of a major US organization and Muffin jumped on my lap and the whole conversation stopped.
Is that a cat? Show me the cat!
Everyone needs cats in these trying times. Gentlemen, I understand you're adamant about pulling out of this multi-million-dollar deal, but may I offer you a muffin?
Damn it, not the cat again. The cat always wins me over.
Wholesome moments. At 27 months sober, I brought my first child into the world. I love my life today. Well done, soldier. You're gonna be a good dad. A guy named Dale Schroeder grew up poor in Iowa, never married, had no children, and worked as a carpenter at the same company for 67 years and only owned 2 jeans. He spent his life savings to send 33 students to college. So yeah, you know, that nice thing you did the other day? Pathetic. Dogs. In my part of Canada, we have a winter festival in February called the Yukon Sourdough Rendezvous. My friend is entering her chihuahua in the dog outfit contest. He is wearing a handmade / beaded First Nation dog blanket. Oh wow, that is so cute and just nice. That and seeing a chihuahua howling in the middle of a snowfield, that I don't know why I love that look of that. My parents have been married for 34 years. My mum is in the final stages of young onset dementia, diagnosed 5 years ago at 53. My dad cares for her full time. She doesn't always remember his name, but she knows she is safe with him. If that's not true love, I don't know what is.
Okay, no, who keeps putting onions on my computer screen? It's not okay, alright? I'm getting sick of this.
One of my absolute favorite things. After a PhD student finishes their dissertation defense and the committee discusses while the student is outside the room, I love opening the door to bring the student back in and simply saying, "Doctor," 17 times and counting. Wow, I mean, we're only up to the 13th doctor, so I'm really curious to see how they're going with the next 4. My dog died 7 years ago, and every time I look at my house on Google Maps, he's still there on my roof. I miss you so much. In 1990, the high school dropout rate in Sevierville, Dolly Parton's hometown, was over 30%. Well, seems a bit severe. In 1991, she launched the Buddy program, offering 7th and 8th graders $500 if they graduated. The dropout rate for those classes dropped to 6% and has generally retained that average to this day. If there's one thing to teach kids to be motivated by, it's money. Me and my dad are sharing the dining room table working from home today. He's an aerospace engineer on a conference call ordering fuselage prototypes, and I'm drawing a duck. Well, to compare, your dad's job sounds pretty important, but then again, I mean ducks, if a world without ducks, oh. Time to chop onions. Our daughter wasn't eating for weeks due to effects from chemo and being very sick. Finally home from the hospital, I made spaghetti and she finally would eat! Celebrating small victories here. Yay! Sorry, flying spaghetti monster.
No, this is worth it.
I just want to take a moment and recognize this sweet fella that lives across the street from my parents. He checks on them every day and has grown to love and care for them deeply. He rides with Dad to the store, helps him shop, and brings the groceries in. He cuts the grass and whatever they may need.
Not many 15-year-olds would take the time to care and be there for elderly neighbors. When he saw Mum today, he bursted out crying and just held her tight. What a blessing. And just wanted to pass on something heartwarming instead of the sad news we see and hear every day. Please tell me you were helping this guy get a job if he ever is looking for it. Like, you would be an amazing reference for them. I was driving for Uber today and this girl gets in the car. I ask her how her day's been and she breaks down. She tells me that she flew alone from Texas to see a guy and he abandoned her, so I did what I would want someone to do for me. I invited her to hang out with my friends and I. Oop-datty! Her name is Leah. She's super sweet and charming, and I'm about to show her a good time. Taking her to a pre-game. Already got her listening to Florida music like Iceberg and Major 9, changing her life and getting her laid. I'd have to say my favorite photos of people together are the ones where they've only just met, but they already look like great friends.
Oh my god!
For years now, I've dreamed I could get strong enough to compete in the world qualifying Irish dance competition for my region. A goal that was sort of a frick you to my crones. And I just registered. Oh my freaking you, I'm competing in it. My dream is actually happening, guys! Okay, don't tell my friends who compete in this stuff as well that I said this to you, but best of luck, and if you need it, go for Mark's kneecaps. Helping others. I texted my 75-year-old mother to check in. She sent me this photo of hats she's crocheting to send to children in developing countries. Her goal is 50 hats, and she's currently working on number 22. I do love these. These are very cute. But I do want to know the historical decision in the design of beanies. Specifically what made them think, you know what my cold head needs? A boob on it. Put a boob there, put a boob on you, put a boob on you. You've all got boobs on your heads, hooray! My grandpa when he turned 100. Look at his birthday cards.
Sure, how's those Instagram likes treating you, huh? Pathetic.
You guys, this is my dad. He drove to my workplace and waited on me to arrive so he could pour a trail of salt from my vehicle to the front door of my building so that I, his 38-year-old daughter, wouldn't slip and fall on the ice. My heart, y'all. I love you, Daddy. This is sweet, but I'll be honest, I thought this was some sort of witch ritual going on. I was very confused. I don't come from a place of snow, okay? I didn't know this was a thing. Ask Reddit, what was the most rebellious thing you did as a kid? As a kid, I straight up lied to my dad's face about having a school project on the solar system. I even made up a deadline so we'd have plenty of time. But I just wanted to make something with him. Not sure why I lied. Okay, no, that is the best thing ever. I used to rage quit when my dad was starting to beat me in Halo. I wish I never did that. My parents have been separated for 4 years and divorced for 2. And my dad still buys her gifts on her birthday, Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, and Christmas. When I asked him why, he said, because she gave me 3 beautiful kids and no gift could match that, but I want to try. What a simp. Shut up, virgin. Yeah, fun fact, you can be divorced from someone and still love and respect each other. Maybe not to the same intensity when you were together, but it's called emotional maturity. Expressing feelings because you want to express them and appreciate someone, not because you expect it in return like some sort of transaction. I gave you something, so you have to give something back.